Question 993. Would you rather jump out of a moving car going over 30 miles an hour or go over Niagara Falls in a barrel?
Niagara Falls in a fucking barrel any day.
I think for this question, in terms of likelihood to survive, I'd go for the car, but in terms of the experience on the way, I'd go for the falls.
Lone Wanderer says barrel.
Yeah, I think Badger's got it.
Yeah, Badger's right.
That's not... No, what's the is he's not given an answer.
That's totally an answer.
I've given two answers, depending
Exactly.
on
Answer-
which parameters
No.
you want me to value more.
Right? Which
No,
one are you
Badger's
going
answer
to
was
pick?
yes. No, Badger's answer was yes. Badger's answer was yes.
Exactly.
Based on the way that the question's been phrased, 31 would be a real different experience than 61.
Yes. Entirely.
So how do you know?
Okay, I mean, if we
What
could
kind
throw
of
it back,
barrel?
if we could throw it back to the last question, maybe having sex in a barrel whilst going over Niagara Falls. Now that would be that would be quite way to go.
See, we've corrupted him. We've done it. Yay.
Depends on whether or not you're on the bottom at the bottom.
I think I'd get performance anxiety. Midway through,
Yeah, but this is the thing.
The barrel partners, they're going, I thought the sex part of this escapade would be more impressive.
It actually, the thing is, you bob up and down so much in there, whatever anyway, that you might have to neither of you would have to really do that fucking much.
No. Let's do a quick one. Ant says
It would also
Wanderer.
matter what was in the barrel previously.
Nothing. It was constructed explicitly for the purpose of you jumping off, you going over the falls.
But no, I mean,
a custom barrel.
Yeah.
Here's serious thing though, me. It's just a weird thing about me. I would be more than likely to do something like some real fucking reckless extreme sport kind of thing. Like, I mean, I've done like whitewater rafting in Peru, whatever. I've zip wired off of Bournemouth Pier. I'd be more than happy to do something like a skydive or a fucking bungee jump or something like that. However, try and get me on a fucking ride in a roller coaster. No fucking way. On a roller coaster, no way am I going to get on. I'm kind of weird
I know
like
what
that.
you mean.
I would do like a lot of these real extreme sports kind of shit. I'd be willing to give it a go, but anything like, get me on a bloody roller coaster, and I think, I get it.
I can't disagree with that at all.
From what I've read, the car has more injuries. The barrel ride actually has less injuries. Like 7 people have done it, and like 3 people died.
Hit, right? Everyone has to hit like if we want to try and get Jeff onto a roller coaster.
Poor Jeff.
No, I mean,
I understand and agree with Jeff because I can jump in a car and drive all day at 150 miles an hour.
Yeah,
it's a thrill. But get on a roller coaster?
No, I agree.
I would say the car thing would be a bit weird. I've come off of a motorcycle just under 30 miles an hour. It's pretty goddamn painful. If I'd not been wearing leathers, I think my knees would have been so fucked up.
Yes.
Oh, you would have.
Well, you said the barrel would be constructed for the purpose, so
Yes.
I'll go over Niagara Falls in a 200-foot tall barrel full of styrofoam.
Shaving foam you can have.
Yeah, and then it'll end up landing sideways.
I would just say I was incredibly lucky that I didn't hit anything hard when I finally stopped to the motorcycle thing, because.
Yes,
You know what's really
amazing?
amazing? You know what's really amazing about Niagara Falls is that you look at it and you see all that water coming over, and we all go, "Wow, look at that! That's amazing!" And that it's 1/10 of what it used to be when it was first looked at by white people.
Yeah,
interesting.
To be honest,
dammed it up so much and stuff that
Niagara Falls is one of those places that honestly has been fucking ruined by tourism.
There are lots of places, unfortunately.
Well, part of the reason the whole national park thing was started in here, like, so they didn't like fuck up Yosemite or Yellowstone the same way Niagara Falls got fucked up.
Right, 2 seconds, let me catch up. Right, Lone Wanderer, barrel. Antjer, car. Brainbug, got to jump out the car. Santi, barrel. Harmonica Man, moving car for sure. You just have to learn how to roll right. Brainbug looks scared trying to fall that far. Never Again says, would you like the stats on how many have survived the falls in barrels? Yes, please. Sammy says, barrel. Mama Atheist says, have you ever stepped out of a car that was moving ever so slightly? You fall hard on your face. At 30 miles an hour, you'd be a pancake. Roads make great sandpaper. Nerdy says, can I just drive the car over Niagara Falls? That would work quite well, actually, probably. Get out at the bottom.
And to back up what Mama Atheist is saying as well, also had another incident where I came off a motorcycle at less than half that speed, maybe 10, 15 miles an hour, and I stupidly wasn't wearing decent leg protection and took a layer of skin off instantly.
Ow!
Ow.
Roll with it.
Yeah, you got to roll a bit. You got to roll a lot. Badgers look like they could roll right up into a ball.
Yeah, I think as long as I'm expecting to be jumping out of the car. Actually, if it's going 30 miles an hour and I'm jumping from the roof of the car, I think I could manage that. But jumping out of it, the door would get in the way and it'd be fucking awkward.
I'd jump out the window. Get on the bonnet and then jump.
That would be more awkward.
More awkward. Nerdy, count, sorry, Never Again. My bloody luck, I'd survive both of them. Never Again. Yes, also the stats on surviving the car scenario. Doc says, I'll jump out of the car, then web swing to safety. I think he's Spider-Man.
He is totally Spider-Man.
Rainbug says, am I hitting pavement or hitting grass? There is a grass verge, but the grass verge is a good 6 to 8 foot away. Nerdy says, how fast can Dave bounce? You like to know. Kevin says, assuming you die either way, I'll take the water death. Never Again. There must be at least one that survived both, and there would be 2 if I tried it. Then where would I be?
Well, people have done the barrel thing on Niagara quite a few times, and survived.
Yes.
So
Yeah. Yandia says,
Wait a
car the
minute.
barrel sounds too deadly. Purple never rides roller coasters. Neither does Brainbug. See, I can't stand roller coasters. The one really funny thing is, I can go on some roller coasters that don't have footwells, where your feet dangle. It's definitely something to do with my legs.
Like the vampire at Chessington.
The one I've been on is Nemesis at Alton Towers.
See, I've been on the vampire at Chessington, which I didn't find too bad. But no, the ones where you sort of stuck in there and you got that bloody bar thing over you, and your legs just kind of put in there. No, I fucking hate them. I think there's a certain control element. And if I'm doing something like really fucking, even though it's statistically way more dangerous, like say a bungee jump or whatever, I know there's a certain element where you kind of somewhat feel in control though.
Yeah. Chad says, I've done the car, so barrel. Eddie says, could you do a Jackie Chan out of the window of the car and land doing a handstand on a skateboard? If you could manage to hit the skateboard, that'd probably be a good way to survive.
That'd be awesome.
That'd be awesome.
Could you do a Jackie Chan out the window of the car into a barrel off the falls?
No.
That would be even more awesome.
I would say you not only if you got to do that, but first of all, you've got to do a Chuck Norris into the car through the front window, kicking the driver.
Yeah, do that. Then Jackie Chan.
Oh, would that not be better?
Yeah.
Into a barrel, which rolls towards Niagara Falls, taking 3 rapscallions with you.
I would want Chuck Norris to stop the car in its tracks, or be around so that he could stop Niagara Falls before I go over.
Well, I mean, you know, Chuck Norris once roundhouse kicked the earth. It hasn't stopped spinning since.
Okay, I'll do a car moving 30 miles an hour. But that's because the car is on a boat that's moving 30 miles an hour. So I'm just flopping out of the car onto the deck of the boat, which is not moving relative to the car.
Mum Radiant says, you've got to go on one of the old-fashioned wooden roller coasters. I have been. CT has one of the oldest in the world. Those motherfuckers hurt.
Yeah, I think there's an older one in Blackpool, isn't
I was
there?
going to say, and I don't live a million miles from Blackpool.
Yeah, next time I go to an amusement park, I'm just going to bring a pocket full of miscellaneous hardware and scatter it around the platform on the roller coaster.
Nerdy says, yes, Chuck Norris would just stop Niagara Falls. Right, I think we're done. This question is insane.
Hashtag Chuck Norris facts.
Chuck Norris facts.
Yeah, but if you get Chuck Norris to stop the falls, then you'll be landing on the rocks. I think that will be
Exactly, it'll be more
less than
dangerous.
beneficial.
Yeah.
So it's less dangerous to do it with the falls actually being falls.
Yeah, with my luck, I would
you'd
tumble
get
out of the
sucked down.
car into the barrel and go over the falls and wind up dying of an infection a week later from a splinter from the barrel.
If you come down
Yeah.
too close to water spilling over something, whether it's a dam or waterfalls, there's this vortex that
Just get
happens
Chuck
at the
Norris
bottom
to
of it, and you get
catch it.
sucked down. You don't want that.
I thought we were talking about getting sucked off on the way down.
I mean, that'll be fun too. No, someone actually brought up having sex or doing stuff on the way down from the falls as well.
How tall are the falls? It would depend. I mean, you might not get much time into it. Is it worth it?
Oh, apparently CT equals Connecticut. Who knew?
Yes, Connecticut.
Yeah. Well,
And Kevin says, Chuck Norris used to have 3 testicles. One was removed. Now we call it Jupiter.
well, COVID-19 had to go into two weeks isolation after it come into contact with Chuck Norris.
Hey, not surprised.
The bogeyman stays awake at night afraid of Chuck Norris.
Mm.
Is Chuck Norris still alive?
Yeah,
Yes.
he's in his 80s and he's still alive.
You know the worst thing about Chuck Norris? His tears can cure cancer, but he never cries.
Do you know, Def once had a near Chuck Norris experience.
Chuck Norris would crush the barrel on his forehead like a beer can.
With me in it, that wouldn't be any fun at all.
Chuck Norris threw a grenade and killed 50 people. Then the grenade exploded.
Right, enough. If you enjoyed that, please hit the thumbs up button. If you didn't, hit the thumbs down. If you think you've got a better answer or just want to tell us how wrong we are, leave a comment down below. Subscribe down here for new questions every day and make sure you hit the bell so you don't miss out on our live shows. If you click over here, you'll see our latest upload. Over here, for what YouTube thinks you'll love the most. And finally, for a complete playlist of all our currently released questions, click here.